Continuing on in our episode dedicated to science, Dr. Kevin Revell in the chemistry department has been a teacher at Murray State for 7 years. He enjoys teaching in his area of organic chemistry, which is primarily offered to second-year students.
It covers the chemistry of carbon, really all of the chemistry of life, not up to biochemistry, but kind of the basics that lead into biochemistry.
Teaching science to college students is not always the easiest, as it has to be done in unique ways to keep students learning, but also engaged.
If I can, I like to flip the classroom. In other words, make some information available to students before they come to class. You can watch, I could drone on and on. You can watch that in your pajamas sitting in your room. But when you come to class, it's nice to have an interaction with a person where you as a student are working problems, and then you've got somebody there to help you rather than just listening to a lecture. I was one that could not pay attention in class. My class notes were always terrible. I'd usually have the name, and then I'd have the date, and then the first line or so of notes, and then it was drawing pictures. It was something I really struggled with. And so for me, one of the things I try to do for the students is to create an environment where they can stay focused, and that means putting some materials out ahead of time, but not everything, so that it's a mystery that kind of unwraps as we go, but where it's organized and ordered.
NMR is one of the technology devices used in the chemistry department to aid the students with learning about molecules and their structure. It is also used for research and training throughout the department.
NMR stands for Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Spectroscopy. It's a technology that's actually really similar to MRI that most people are more familiar with, but whereas MRI allows physicians to see details about tissue, NMR enables people to see much more detailed information about molecular structure. So what we're able to do with NMR is to actually, we use this as one of several tools to actually determine what the structure is of molecules that we are exploring.
The chemistry department has experienced lots of growth over the years. This expansion has been a key component in successful research projects that have taken place.
We've got projects going on involving development of new catalytic systems, developments of new plastics, new selective sensors, new semiconductors. In order to do any of those projects, we really need to be able to analyze the structure either of single molecules or of mixtures of molecules. And we're able to do that really through two techniques. One is through the nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, the NMR, which is the instrument standing behind me here. For a number of the other techniques, we use a variety of techniques, either mass spectrometry, UV-vis spectrometry, atomic absorbance. We have an entire suite of instruments actually in what's called the Hattie Mamie Ross laboratory, and this was made possible through a donation from Dr. Jesse Jones just a few years ago, and that has given us just really a remarkable capability to analyze substances, analyze structures, and so we're able to conduct really cutting-edge research and also involve a lot of students in that process.